Hello, everyone. This channel is about real stories. Enjoy listening.
I always believed that love was something you nurtured, something that grew stronger over time if you put in the effort. For 10 years, I lived by that belief, building my marriage with patience and devotion. My wife, Meredith, was everything to me. She wasn't flashy or loud. She had soft brown eyes, a gentle smile, and a calm presence that felt like home. I built my world around her, convinced that we were a team against whatever life threw at us. But all it took was one overheard conversation to shatter that belief. That night had been nothing out of the ordinary. I came home late from work, exhausted, but happy at the thought of seeing her. The house smelled of lavender and vanilla candles she loved to light. I loosened my tie, ready to call out her name, when I heard her voice drifting from the living room. At first, I thought she was talking to a friend. She sounded casual, even light. But then I heard my name. Tobias just doesn't get it. I can't stand him anymore. I froze. Every little thing he does annoys me. He's so predictable, so dull. I feel like I'm suffocating. Her words slammed into me like a sledgehammer. My heart pounded in my ears, drowning out the rest until her voice lowered. I haven't loved him in years. I don't know how to leave. He's comfortable, reliable, but I don't want reliable. My chest tightened. I should have confronted her. I should have demanded an explanation. Instead, I stood frozen in the hallway, gripping the door frame as if it could hold me together. Minutes later, I found myself in the bedroom, shoving clothes into a duffel bag. My hands trembled as I zipped it shut, my eyes catching our wedding photo on the dresser, her smile wide, her arms wrapped around me like I was her world. Now, I couldn't tell if it had ever been real. I walked into the living room. Meredith was laughing into the phone, but her smile faltered when she saw me with the bag. "Tobias, what are you doing?" I didn't answer immediately. I just let the silence stretch until her expression shifted, the realization creeping in. Finally, I said the only thing I could manage. "I hope you find what you're looking for, Meredith." Her lips parted, but I didn't wait to hear what she had to say. I turned, walked out, and closed the door behind me. The cold night air hit me as I stepped outside, but I barely felt it. I threw my bag in the car and drove. My knuckles turned white around the steering wheel as her words echoed in my head. I haven't loved him in years. Hours later, I pulled into an empty parking lot by the waterfront. I sat there in silence, forehead pressed to the wheel, waves crashing in the distance. For the first time, I let the weight of it hit me. 10 years gone. 10 years with a woman who saw me as a burden, a cage. My phone buzzed. "Meredith." I stared at the screen before answering. "Tobias," she said softly. "Where are you?" "I heard you," I whispered. A pause. Then, "What?" I heard everything. Silence. Then her voice, breaking. "Tobias, I didn't mean don't lie to me." Her breath hitched. She asked again where I was, but I didn't let her finish. I hung up. That night, I didn't sleep. She called 8 more times, sent 3 texts. "Where are you? Come home. We need to talk." "You're being dramatic." Dramatic. I let out a bitter laugh in the dark. By morning, I found myself at a rundown diner on the edge of town. The waitress poured me coffee without asking. "Tough night?" she asked kindly. "You could say that," I muttered. I sat there for hours, lost in thought, until the door chimed behind me. A voice I knew too well. "Tobias." My stomach sank. "Meredith." She walked in, hair messy, eyes tired, but determined. She slid into the seat across from me. "You disappeared," she said. I didn't disappear. I walked away. Her lips pressed into a thin line. "I didn't mean for you to hear that. I was just venting. Every couple has rough patches." I scoffed. "How long has our rough patch lasted, Meredith? You said you haven't loved me in years. That's not frustration. That's the truth." Her eyes darted away. I didn't know how to bring it up. I felt stuck. Like I woke up one day and realized I wasn't the same person anymore. And instead of telling me, I said bitterly, "You let me keep trying. You let me keep believing." She winced. "I didn't mean for it to be like this." The waitress dropped pancakes in front of me, her eyes flicking between us before walking away. I picked up my fork, keeping my gaze on Meredith. "So what now?" she asked. "I don't know," I admitted. "But I'm not going to be your comfortable option anymore." Her face paled. For once, I had control. After a long silence, she reached for my hand. "I don't want to lose you," she whispered. I pulled away. "You don't want to lose me, but you don't love me. You don't want it to end because it's messy, not because you want me." Her silence was the only answer I needed. I tossed some bills on the table, stood, and left. She followed me outside, her voice desperate. "Why are you making this so final? We can figure it out." "Figure what out?" I snapped. "How to pretend for another 5 years. How to make it easier for you to stay miserable. You think this is just about what you said last night? No, Meredith. This is about the years you let me believe something that wasn't real." Her eyes glistened. "I never wanted to hurt you, but you did." And with that, I turned, got in my car, and drove. 4 hours, the road stretched endlessly before me. Towns blurred past. My chest was heavy, but there was a strange lightness to as if for the first time, I wasn't carrying someone else's expectations. At a small gas station, I met an older man flipping through a magazine. He looked up, studied me, and said, "You look like you've been driving a long time, trying to outrun something." A bitter laugh escaped me. "More like trying to figure out where I'm supposed to be." He nodded. "That's the thing about leaving. You don't always know where you're going, but sometimes that's the best part." His words stuck with me. Back in the car, I ignored Meredith's unread messages and hovered over another name in my contacts. Lucas, my brother. We hadn't spoken much in years, but if anyone would understand, it was him. I hit call. He answered, groggily. "Tobias, man, it's been a while. Everything okay?" I hesitated, then finally admitted, "No. But I think I'm ready to figure out what okay looks like." He didn't press. He just said, "You don't have to figure it all out alone. Come stay with me." And for the first time since I left, I said yes. When I arrived, the sun was dipping low. Lucas waited on the porch, leaning against his truck. He didn't ask for explanations. He just looked me over, nodded, and said, "Good to see you, man." Inside, he handed me a beer, and we sat in silence. The cicadas humming outside. Finally, he asked, "Do you regret it?" I thought about it. Did I regret walking away, leaving Meredith? No, I regret not seeing it sooner, I admitted. But leaving? No, I think it's the first thing I've done for myself in a long time. Lucas nodded. Good, and for the first time, I believed it. I didn't know what came next. I didn't know who I was without Meredith. But for the first time in years, the future didn't feel like a cage. It felt like an open road, stretching wide ahead, and I was finally ready to see where it led.